Good morning, everyone. Before we get into this morning's update, I would like to touch base very quickly on what transpired over the past 12 hours or so. Last night, as everybody was looking forward to the 60 Minutes piece with Brad Garlinghouse on CBS, as we watched it unfold, two things that we immediately took notice of. One, it was a hit piece on crypto. It was set to make crypto look bad. How they made XRP look was horrendous. The reporter, as you could see, they heavily chopped up this. That's why it wasn't released last week. They stated that XRP violated securities laws by selling an unregistered security and yada yada. They never retracted that or redacted it and said that it was ruled not a security from last year and on. And there was a further redaction that said XRP could never be ruled a security again. So the way they made XRP look, their expert who came on from the Securities and Exchange Commission, it was a clear hit piece on crypto. And last night while it was going on, I said, oh, this is very bearish. This just flipped from, maybe a bullish opportunity to very bearish during that meeting or during the 60 Minutes episode. And you could almost feel the temperance change. Now, could this be because the ETFs were down and they took advantage on a Sunday night into Monday morning with the thinly traded market with the ETFs down? It's possible. But when you have a piece like that, I was not looking forward to the 60 Minutes piece. I was one that was very happy that it didn't come out last week, because if that was a buy the rumor, sell the news, once that news comes out, no matter good or bad, the ones who are just buying it up for that ominous, for that one moment in time, they're not interested anymore with what was coming out. And then as far as the masses that are trying to pump it up or trying to get in during that piece, I mean, it just felt like it was nothing. It was a big hit piece, and it was tactically placed there. So hopefully you didn't just buy into something and you bought your spot position and now all of a sudden you woke up today and you're down 16, 17, 20% from the top. As XRP's down 8%, but down 20 cents. And as it was happening in real time, you could see when they started talking the way they did. And I had to edit out from the live because they blocked my live because it had stuff from that. I didn't even show the actual video, but just hearing it. So I had to redact that out of my live. Otherwise, I would have had to have it fully taken down. So there's like, a 12-minute section there where you're probably not even able to hear anything. So that's how wide it went. So, it was definitely, in my opinion, a hit piece. And it definitely had major implications for crypto across the board. Now, is that the reason we're going down? Absolutely not. That's part of it, but it was built into the charts. If we couldn't break and hold $2.60, we knew it wasn't good. We knew if we broke this uptrend for XRP, not good, at $2.50, then we had $2.44 and $2.38. And we actually came down to $2.34, which is interesting because if we come down any farther than $2.34, and this actually comes down any farther, it's possible to come all the way down to $2.22 again. Looks like inverse head and shoulders is actually playing out a little bit better now. We talked about if it wanted to come down, we could actually come down to like $2.29 here as well and still be bullish. You can expand this pattern now because you can see it from exactly what it was trying to build now that it is building the evidence. And you can actually get rid of all of this now. We can actually update this real quickly. And I'm going to go through, I'm going to do the intro actually real quick because I got to get going here soon. Got to get my son to school, so this will be about a 10-minute update. But good morning. 8:07 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Monday, December 9th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So this is what we're in. Now that we have the evidence fully encapsulated, this is what we're in. That is a very wide pattern consolidation. And yes, we broke out of the short tier, but we got rejected at $2.60. That's a very big resistance. And because of that, now we may have to consolidate all the way back down here. One way to avoid, because you can see we clearly started some kind of uptrend if it holds. And you can go back here too. So technically, did we start an uptrend here or are we starting a full out consolidation? That's something we'll have to watch this morning. Very, very important for XRP to break back above $2.44 here in the short term. You want to break above 244 before losing 234. If you lose 234, it seems like we're going to come back down to at least $2.28. So that's a big, you got to have a big understanding here this morning. So we're looking to retake just above where we're at $2.44 and get back on top of that area. Then we can start pushing back out towards this downtrending resistance at $2.56. And then if it's warranted, let's see if we rework this. I think it's pretty much the same though. This is always going to be pretty much the same technical move because we still have the width here, or the depth. But if you look at it this way, it'll probably pull out a little bit higher. Yeah, that's $3.20 to the top side. But remember, if there's not an action, there's an opposite and equal reaction if it breaks down. So if it breaks down, I mean, look where this could go. Let me get rid of these because I'm going to get rid of the short targets. So $1.55 on a true breakdown if you take the widest part of this base. Now, do I think it's a stationary support? Maybe. But you can also see a very clear area here where you got the downtrending resistance, uptrending support. And then XLM took the down route. XLM fell outside. I mean, you could say it fell outside, but like I said before, we don't know where the pennant flag target is. That's the thing. It could come down here. As long as it's an uptrending higher lows and lower highs, it still is classified as a pennant flag. So we're speculating on where that uptrend is. But again, it has room to work. So it could even come down a tiny bit farther and still classify as a similar pattern, or as the same pattern. Like nothing's changed with XLM. It just came outside of where we were thinking. Well, it hasn't come all the way to the uptrend though, so it still hasn't invalidated this. If it invalidates by coming below 42, I mean, you could hit 41.5, but look how that uptrend's catching up. And we widened out the base now, and it still looks like a pennant flag. Like, we'll see if these break down more, but this looks like a very big fake out this morning, possibly. But, I mean, we could be coming up for that upper rejection, obviously. But XRP, I mean, it's maintained. If you keep that stationary support, it's just, is it going to maintain this uptrend, or is it going to come back down? Is it going to break out, or is it going to break up? There is so much stuff right now going on with XRP. It's crazy. But it does look like an inverse head and shoulders is set up very nicely. I'm going to get rid of that because let's just keep it in the support resistance. That looks like a nice inverse head and shoulders. It also looks like, here, let me get rid of some of these circles so that you can see. But it does look like we have an inverse pattern set up. So unless it breaks down, we could be in for a fake out today. Because I can see inverse head, inverse left shoulder, inverse right shoulder on this drop now very clearly. But like I said, they can be fake out. So boom, boom, boom. And then if it breaks out, you got the inverse head and shoulders now. So we'll see how that plays out. I'm actually rather interested to see how that plays out the rest of the day. Same thing with XLM. Same thing with XLM. Because now it's giving you a clear opportunity where you could kind of, you might be able to run this market the way you want. That's still a pretty big drop though. I mean, it's in, for all intents and purposes, we are in no man's land. We are in no man's land. Because technically, we opened it up a little bit with that drop. And you can still see it's still within a pennant flag setup. That's interesting. Like, are they going to use the ETFs to pump it right now? And are they they just blinded us on that thinly traded weekend like they've done so many times? Because that is not broken out of a pennant flag to the downside. It's not broken down yet. It actually has a little more room where it could come down if it really wanted to like 43. That uptrend is like right there. I'll be interested to watch this for the rest of the morning and so on and so forth. Let's see. Because it's like that. So as long as XLM holds 42.8, XLM's actually looking pretty good right here, to be honest. I know it's had a big dump down, but Jesus. So make an educated and informed decision, because we could very well fall off too. But if we do hold here, this would be a logical point or a logical point for us, now that the ETFs are back open, to where we could get a little bit of upward volatility. We had a nice drop down. We got gold up 23 bucks, silver up 2.4%, almost to 32. So, I mean, we could get some upward volatility in precious metals for sure today. But I'm going to leave it at that. You have to make an educated and informed decision. Could I see an opportunity developing? Absolutely. If this pennant flag plays out and that's a W reversal right here, big opportunity. Because in likelihood, you'd reverse back up. However, if it breaks this 44.8 and XLM falls below 42.4, it's a pretty interesting consolidation if that were to play out. But I'm XRP Future Millionaire. Make sure to hit that like button. I'll catch you guys later on a future update. But I got to get this out so that everybody can see it. And very volatile right now. I'd probably stay away from leverage, especially if you're not the faint of heart, and try to figure out what's going on from a spot perspective. But like I said, you buy resistance, sell support, and when you reevaluate the XLM chart, it very well could be a very nice pennant flag. Hasn't broken down, and it might have come right down to its massive support structure now. Because you'll invalidate this, especially if you come below 42. But right now, it looks like this could be a reversal that could possibly start here, so keep your eyes open.